Hey guys, Pitmaster here. Um, I have a video on the four aspects of martial arts. There's four. The martial arts quattro. And I talk about it in length in that video, which I'll link below. But if not, I'll go over them real quick anyway. But I wanna teach you guys how to incorporate these four into your martial arts school. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't incorporate these four, if you only have three of them or two of them, or even worse, one of them, like a lot of schools do, you're a shitty martial arts school. You're shortchanging your students. You're giving them a false sense of security. You're sending them out to the street to be slaughtered. You really are. It'd be like if I trained my fighters, but I held back the conditioning part and said, "Oh, you don't need conditioning," and I just threw them into the cage, and then after about a minute, they'll be exhausted. That's what it's like. So you need to evolve, and you need to realize no matter how badass your striking is in your martial arts school, you need to learn how to defend the takedown. No matter how good a wrestler you are, you need to learn how to defend the strikes. And now, no matter how good a jiu-jitsu guy you are, you need to defend the strikes as well and defend the takedowns. So, like I said, you need to lose the ego. You need to be like water, like Bruce Lee says. Okay, be like water and adapt. Like a water, it can be put in a bowl and it looks like a bowl. If it's in a cup, it's a cup. Be like water, my friend, and learn the four aspects and realize, forget your ego. I have a karate school right down the street from my house. This is the Pit. This is where I train world champion UFC fighters, and he's right down the street in Laundromat Karate, and he still has the nerve to tell me that I'm wasting my time teaching my students how to defend takedowns because they have the Tiger Crane system that will knock someone out standing and they don't have to waste time with that silly takedown defense. Really, that's what he does. If you're teaching your students that, you should be sued or shot, or that's a bit harsh. Sorry about the shot one. Beat up at least. Okay? You need to teach your students how to defend themselves, how to be safe, how to be healthy, how to be strong, and then send them out there. Okay? Your martial art must include the four aspects of the martial arts. And that is striking, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and physical conditioning. If you're not teaching those four, you're cheating them. Okay? Because striking without takedown defense, we saw what happened in the early UFCs. That happens in the street too. No matter how good a karate guy you are or boxer, if some guy comes up and just does a running double on you on the street and you don't know how to defend it, you're going to be on your back. Okay? You don't have much power when you're laying on your back punching up at someone that's raining down terror on you. Okay? It's totally ineffective. Okay? So you need to get out of that mindset, karate guys. Okay? Now for you wrestler guys, you got a great running double, but you don't know how to defend a punch because your hands are down here, and while you're running in to take him down, he punches you in the face and knocks you out cold. Okay, it's equally hard to do a double leg takedown when you're on your back unconscious. Okay, so you guys need to get over your ego and incorporate the other systems and realize in a street fight, just like in the UFC, if you don't have those skills, the person is going to find that hole really quickly and capitalize on it. And in the street, the stakes are much higher. Even though there's a lot of money in the UFC, you're winning championships, you're on TV, yeah, those stakes are pretty high. But guess what? That guy in the street, he might kill you. Okay? That concrete's pretty hard when your head bounces off it. Okay? Bad things happen. So your stakes are much higher in the street. Okay? You need to lose your ego, and you need to know that you need to teach your student all of these aspects. Okay? And it's not hard to do. Okay? You just add it into your curriculum and include the conditioning. The way I do it is this. I have four quarters, so 4 cycles, and I have about 25 techniques in each cycle, so about 100 in total. Now, I also include different combinations of stuff that we throw in every week, but what our students are responsible for are 25 techniques every quarter, and a quarter is 22 classes. So it's basically like, you know, I usually put in 4 techniques, and then they rotate in the quarter. And then the next quarter, you know, there's another, you know, bunch of techniques, and I mix and match and put some in if, like, I want to do extra hooks one week, or extra double legs one week, or extra mount escapes one week. I throw stuff in and out, but our students are responsible for the curriculum. Now, what they're also responsible for is number 4, which is physical conditioning. They have to be able to do X amount of push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, squats, burpees, you know, the run in X amount of time, or they can't even test. They're not even allowed to test for the next belt. So the physical conditioning you can throw in, and you know, lower belts, it's a lot easier. Then it goes up incrementally, and my black belt test is, you know, I mean, it's kind of world famous. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but my black belt test is it's known out there. I mean, you can go into a UFC and tell a UFC fighter you got your black belt at the pit. They're going to probably go, whoa, that's pretty cool. Or not. Anyway, they probably will, because our black belt test is really, really hard physically. So I don't like to spar that much in my class. We've talked about that. So I don't like to, like, punch in the face that much. We do some controlled punching and striking and takedowns and stuff, but even more drilling. So the drilling is, you know, is written into the curriculum as well. But the way you guys can do that out there is add those techniques in. Learn them. If you don't know them, learn them. And if you don't want to learn them, get someone else. Hire someone to teach that part of the curriculum. Like, you can get a jiu-jitsu guy or a wrestling guy to teach those parts, whatever parts you don't know. Add them into your curriculum now, and then teach them. Because, like I said, if you don't, you are shortchanging your students. Okay? Thanks for coming.